I'm going to use DataCracker to analyse a survey on the cola market. I start by clicking Upload Data. As you can see, I can choose from a lot of different data collection programs and file formats. I'm going to click Upload. I'll pull the data out of my Dropbox. And the example I'm selecting is an example relating to the cola market. It's a little survey looking at why people choose to drink different brands of cola. DataCracker is importing it at the moment, and it's doing a whole lot of automatic processing of the data, which it's going to use in a second when it creates its own automatic report. DataCracker wants a bit of input from us. We have to tell it whether we'd like to create our own report, have a short report or a detailed report. I find the short report most useful. Then we can choose the layout of the report. Generally, it's best to actually choose a table rather than the charts. The charts are great, but the tables give you a little more flexibility for how you manipulate data, and then you turn them into charts later. I'm going to choose this option, which will automatically generate a text summary of each table as well. And so DataCracker has automatically analysed all of the data and written a report for us. On the left of the screen you can see the different pages of the report. Each of these pages is a different question in the survey. So I might go up and click on age, and it will show me a table showing age data, and you can see a summary of that table on the right, telling me that the highest proportion of people in the age categories is 16% for people aged 55 or 64. On the right of the screen you can see a whole lot of tips. These are specifically tailored for whatever you're looking at. So when I click on the actual table here, the tips update, so they're always context specific. I don't need to use the tips because I've spent a lot of time using DataCracker already. I'm going to first illustrate merging a couple of categories. Click on one, click on the little grab to the right, drag it on top of the other, and it automatically merges together those two categories. I want to rename them, so I'm going to click on the Data Manipulation tab in the ribbon. I'll go off to the right and click Rename. I'll call it Under 30. In addition to drag and drop, if I wish to, I can hold down Shift and select a whole range of cells. And I'll select Merge here. And I'll again rename them as we did before. If I want to create a completely new analysis from scratch, I can insert a page, which I'll do. There's various formats I can choose. I'll tell DataCracker I want to create a chart by clicking this chart button here. And I get a list of all of the different bits of data in the study. I'm going to click on Preferred Cola. And so DataCracker automatically creates a column chart for me. If I wanted to see how preferred cola differed, say, by age, I do that by clicking this box at the top. It currently shows summary, but I can select other questions. I'll click on age. And now we have a chart showing us the age groups, different levels of preference for the different brands. At the top of the screen you can see there's a couple little notification bars. One's telling me about learning the essentials of DataCracker, which I already know, so I'm going to go skip. But the other thing it's doing is it's telling me that it thinks there's a better chart. And so I've got the option of fixing the chart or ignoring the recommendation. I'm going to click Fix and Show. Then it takes us to a quite useful type of chart. It's got the preferred cola with each of the different age groups, and you can see that it's remembered the age merging that we did before. But most usefully, if you look, there's some red here and an arrow, and blue here and another arrow. What DataCracker's done is it's automatically conducted a statistical test identifying the true differences between the age categories in terms of the cola preference, which is very useful. Now, the examples we've looked at so far have been about analysing traditional questions in a survey where people chose options from a list. You can also use DataCracker to analyse text data. I'm going to click on an example now where the question asked people about the reasons for preferring different brands of cola. By default, DataCracker's listed these all in the table, and we could scroll down and read all of the individual responses. But a faster way to analyze the data is to create a word cloud, and I do that in DataCracker by just selecting that I want another chart. We've got lots of chart types here. I will click on this option here, which is for the word cloud. And DataCracker is processing all of the data and creating a word cloud for me. And these are really cool word clouds because we can do things like we can take a word that we're not interested in and drag it across to the ignore bucket over here, and it will redraw the word cloud. Similarly, we can merge together individual categories if we want to, like I might click on prefer, drag it across on top of preference, and then it merges them together. And you can see here to the left it gives me information about how many people are in each option and the various other things I can click on and do some quite cool things automatically. Now, I've only shown you the very basics of DataCracker so far. Looking at the ribbon at the top, there's a data manipulation tab which has lots of really useful tools to do with recoding and remanipulating data. I can click on the Insert tab and I can see that I've got more advanced options such as segmenting the data, creating predictive models, filtering, weighting, constructing new variables. And if I want to get the data out of DataCracker, I can export to PowerPoint. You can create your own web page which you can share with your friends and colleagues and clients, or I can export it as a PDF or an image. As you can see, DataCracker is really easy to use. Please try it. Go to datacracker.com and you can sign up for a free trial.